Brian Tarian here with some information about your rights as a patient being treated by a doctor. This story and video is inspired by Christine, who had a situation that we discussed this morning where she's been going to a doctor and attempting to communicate her limitations to her doctor, and the doctor has been not so interested in complying. Now, I want in this video to help you understand what your rights are as a patient, what the importance is of doing this, what happens in the event that the doctors do not comply, like what are your rights and steps to take. And I'm going to give you two real deliverables at the end, like how to report your dispute to a doctor, and then some additional resources that will help you in and around this. So that's what you're going to learn, hopefully, from this video. So listen, if you're new here, welcome. Here at the Disability Digest, we focus on helping people get their disability benefits approved fast, hopefully, helping you keep them and helping you maximize them. So this particular topic will apply to those going through the approval process, but definitely is important for any disability recipient to make sure that their medical records have the right limitation information in them for the continuing disability review process. That's what we have on tap. Okay, so first of all, I just want to hit on the importance again of this process. With the disability approval, getting your benefits and keeping your benefits is based on you have conditions that are diagnosed, they're being treated by a doctor, and despite that treatment, your medical records communicate that you have limitations that prevent you from working. So the same two people could have like diagnosis, but the limitations could be different. So the limitations, like you're not able to sit for 15 minutes or stand for 15 minutes or lift more than 8 pounds, are really important to get into your medical records for two reasons. One is for the doctor, to help them understand like where you're at and what the baseline is, and ideally you probably want to feel better. So for that purpose, it gives you, every time you go into the doctor, you can hold them accountable. This is what we're doing. It's working, it's not working. But for the sake of disability benefits, it allows Social Security to clearly understand what your limitations are despite the fact that you're being treated. So that's the important. So what happens in this situation is, I feel two things. And this is just my hunch. One, doctors don't want to do extra work, kind of lazy, and they don't know all of the laws. And so that could be causing some of the challenges in this area. Now, in many, many situations, this has not been a problem with doctors, but with this one with Christine, it is. So if it helps definitely Christine and others out there, then it will absolutely be worth it. So here's the situation. For doctors that decline to do this or put up a resistance to do this, this is where your rights lie. I'm going to put up on the screen here a regulation that's from the Code of Federal Regulations. And if you're not able to read this, don't worry, I'll put the link around this video. But the Code of Federal Regulations, section 164.526, item A, states that you have the right to amend. An individual has a right to have a covered entity, which would be a doctor, amend protected health information. So you can link to it and read the rest of it. And they have the right to deny the amendment, and they have the right to deny it in writing. So if they just flat out refuse but don't do it in writing, that's one flag. If you ask them to do it and they don't do it, then that's also a flag. So I'll cover in a few moments what you can do for action steps on this. So that is where your rights lie in doing this. Now, if this is not happening for you and you need to dispute this, around this video, will be, wow, that's a big fly, and wasn't invited to be in the video, by the way. There will be a template letter that you can write and send to your doctor. It'll just fill in your name, the doctor's name. You'll need to modify the limitations, and the letter will reference your treatment dates, the first date you were treated, last date you were treated, what this Code of Federal Regulations is, and what their responsibility is to record or provide a written response. It does all of the steps for you. Now, if they don't do that and they ignore the letter, then you have some additional steps that you can take. I mean, this is a law. So you could go to your local Center for Independent Living that we've covered in other videos, and we'll also provide a link here, and ask for free legal aid relative to doctor-patient Code of Federal Regulations violation, and provide a letter that you've written and what the outcome was, and they could help you. You could go to your local senator or congressman, and they could be of additional assistance. The Department of Human Services is another entity. So those are 3 different places that you can go. I hope and pray that you don't have to get to that point, because I don't expect that doctors are going to want to have something like this turn into like a legal dispute over you properly recording your limitations. So those are some of the few things. So the last thing I want to share with you is just a reminder of what to do and how to do this. In our other work, you're encouraged to journal on a daily basis how you feel, what your limitations are, and bring a condensed version of that to your doctors. And it's just a simple piece of paper like this that says, I cannot, right at the top. I learned this from another member. And then just put your limitations, number them. I cannot stand for 15 minutes. I cannot sit for 15 minutes. I cannot lift more than 8 pounds. And hand them to your doctor and say, doctor, these are my limitations. I'd like these put in my medical records, and then I'd like to understand when I can go back into my patient portal and confirm that they're actually going to be in there. Probably not the word actually. So that's the process. So what we've covered is the importance of doing this, what can happen sometimes, how to dispute it, where to go for help, and how to actually record this. So I hope you find this helpful. So again, look for the regulation around the video. The letter template will be around the video. For other resources to help you get, keep, and maximize your disability benefits, certainly encourage you to watch our videos, subscribe, ring the bell. Best way we can help you is if you join us as a member. You complete a profile. There's no cost for it. We're supported by services and sponsors that fund our membership. But that membership, when you fill it out, that profile allows us to understand where you're at and get you to the most relevant information, live events, coaching sessions that we have that are all no cost for you. So that's the best way we can help you. So thanks for watching this particular video. I'd love to hear your comments. Have you been faced with this? You used this technique, it worked, anything at all that you have to contribute. As always, make it a great day. Stay tuned for more.